This is a special report. Tensions between the United States and Canada have escalated sharply in recent days, following reports of a major trade dispute that could have significant economic consequences for both countries. For decades, the relationship between Washington and Ottawa has been defined by close cooperation, deep trade integration, and steady diplomacy. But recent developments suggest that balance may now be shifting. According to multiple reports, the Trump administration has been considering a new set of trade demands directed toward Canada, with the possibility of imposing sweeping tariffs if an agreement is not reached. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has responded with an unusually firm stance, signaling that Canada may be prepared to take retaliatory measures should new tariffs move forward. Analysts say the situation represents one of the most serious moments in U.S.-Canada economic relations in years. Sources familiar with discussions between the two governments indicate that Ottawa recently received a formal proposal from Washington outlining several major trade expectations. These reportedly included provisions related to energy access, taxation of digital services, and closer alignment on foreign policy issues involving China. While details have not been officially confirmed by both sides, reports suggest that the United States has considered a tariff increase of up to 25% on Canadian goods if negotiations fail. Such measures would affect a wide range of cross-border trade, including automobiles, energy exports, agricultural products, and manufacturing supply chains. Prime Minister Carney, speaking publicly yesterday, did not indicate that Canada would accept the terms under pressure. Instead, he stated that Canada would defend its economic sovereignty and would respond proportionally if trade restrictions were imposed. Observers noted the Prime Minister's measured tone, focusing on stability, long-term planning, and economic certainty rather than political confrontation. Economists warn that any major disruption between the U.S. and Canada would have immediate effects across North America. Energy connections. One key area of concern is energy supply. Parts of the northeastern United States rely significantly on electricity imports from Canada, particularly hydroelectric power from Quebec. Market analysts note that uncertainty in this relationship can quickly impact energy pricing and regional stability. The North American auto sector is also deeply interconnected. Vehicle parts frequently cross the U.S.-Canada border multiple times during production, meaning that tariffs could create rapid disruptions for assembly plants and workers on both sides. Officials in several border states have reportedly expressed concern about potential shutdowns if trade barriers escalate. In response to growing uncertainty, Canadian businesses have increasingly explored trade opportunities outside the United States. Recent data suggests Canada is expanding partnerships with European and Asian markets, reducing reliance on any single trading partner. This could signal a longer-term shift in global trade patterns if tensions persist. So far, major U.S. allies in Europe have responded cautiously, with many governments monitoring developments closely rather than taking immediate public positions. Diplomatic experts say the outcome of this dispute could influence how other nations respond to American trade pressure in the future. Within the United States, the proposed tariff measures have sparked debate. Some lawmakers, particularly from border and agricultural states, have warned that escalating tariffs could harm American workers, consumers, and industries dependent on Canadian trade. Trade experts note that economic pressure strategies can carry significant domestic costs, especially when supply chains are tightly integrated. Several outcomes remain possible. A negotiated agreement that prevents tariffs from taking effect. Escalation into a broader trade conflict. A longer-term restructuring of North American trade relationships. For now, businesses, markets, and political leaders across both countries are watching closely. This dispute is more than a political disagreement. It highlights the fragile balance of modern economic interdependence. The U.S. and Canada remain two of the world's closest trading partners, but the coming days may determine whether this relationship enters a new and more uncertain chapter. We will continue to follow developments as they unfold. Thank you for watching.